So after looking at the front side of our homework from yesterday and checking that together, there's a key on the website for you. We're going to do a couple of problems on the back side together. Okay? I'm only going to do a couple so I can give you some ideas about how to do it. And then you guys are going to get to do the rest. I would like to start with 62%. Okay? How we would do that one. So, with me, you guys have some space off to the side. Let's write 62% as a fraction in a ratio table. So my part is 62, and my whole would be 100, okay? Because a percent is out of 100. The next thing I would like to get is my decimal. And a percent is out of 100, but a decimal is out of 1. So what should I divide by, crew? 100. Let's divide by 100. So we'll divide the top and the bottom by 100. So when we do that, if I divide by 10, it would just be 10. If I divide by 100, it would be 1. So if I divide 62 by 10, it would be 6 2/10. And if I divide by 100, I would have 62 hundredths. So out of 1, I have 62 hundredths. That's my decimal. Now for your fraction, there are lots of ways that you could write this. I'm going to ask you to simplify all of your fractions. So let's put a little note that says, simplify. Yes. And we'll put an exclamation mark because it's important that we simplify, okay? We want it to be in its lowest terms. So I'm going to start with my first column. And I'm going to simplify this first column. Hey, crew, what's a common factor between 62 and 100? 2. 2? They're both even. Perfect. Okay, so let's divide both of these by 2. I didn't really leave enough time or enough space on the top, so I just have to write it on the bottom. But I'll divide both of them by 2. So what's 100 divided by 2?
50.
Oh, love it. What's 62 divided by 2?
31.
Okay. Any more common factors?
No.
No. Oh, there is one more.
There is one.
This one. One's our only common factor, so it's simplified. 31 is prime. So for our fraction, let's write 31 50ths. Okay, we're going to do the next two together as well. So we've started off with 4/9. So let's create a ratio table that has 4/9. I think it was, who shared their learning log first this morning? Is it you? Oh, we're going to use the same strategy that you used. Who remembers the strategy Nia used this morning on her learning log? Grace, do you remember?
Yeah.
What did she do?
She multiplied by 100.
Okay, so she multiplied both of these by 100.
And then she divided them by the bottom, by the bottom number. Which
Okay.
in this case would be 9.
Yeah, this is how we're going to get to 100 to find our percent.
And then if you divide 4...
Let me do 4 times 100 would be 400.
And then if you divide 400 by 9, it's 44.4.
All right, let me do that long division. Is that cool with you?
Yes.
Okay, so I have 400. I'm going to divide by 9. Who wants to help me? Who wants to walk me through this? Jackson, you want to walk me through this? Okay, let's hear it.
So 9 doesn't go into 4 at all. But it's like going to 40, so that'd be 4 times.
We'll go in one more time.
And
No, sorry. They'll go in 4 times. You were right, sorry. Okay, now it would be 36. Okay.
minus 4 minus 4 is 4.
Okay.
Then you put down to 0, and it goes into 400.
Okay. Which would be 36 again. What's going on? Let's put in our zeros. Jackson, what's going on?
Repeating.
It's going to keep repeating over and over again. Don't forget your repeating sign here. So on our ratio table, our percent out of 100 would be 44.4 repeating. That's our percent. Oh, I almost forgot my percent sign. All right, we're going to do one more together. This was like our second or third dog said cat said today. Our third one. Okay. Oh, we have to do our decimal. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me erase this so we have room for our ratio table. Okay, what do we need to divide by to get our decimal?
100.
We're going to divide by 100.
0.4 repeating.
Yep, if we divide, here's by 10 by 100, by 10 by 100, and we can just write this, we could do 0.444, keep going with that, or I'm just going to write it as 0.4 repeating. Okay, that's going to be my decimal. All right. Let's do one more together. We're going to do this third column together. Hey girls, listen up please. Okay. So we have 1 and 23 hundredths. So let's start by setting up our ratio table. I'm going to do it over here. And this is our decimal. So if our part is 1, what is our whole? If our part is 1 and 23 hundredths, what's our whole? It's a decimal.
100.
That would be if it was a percent. It's out of 1. Okay, so we've been given our decimal already. All right, I want to get this to be a percent. What do I need to do?
Multiply by 100.
Multiply by what?
Multiply by 100.
So I now have 123%. And that makes sense, guys. It's going to be bigger than 100% because this decimal is greater than 1. All right, now let's look at our fraction. Can we simplify that one? We could make it a mixed number. So we could either do 123 over 100, or Addison, how could we do it as a mixed number?
But 1 and 2300.
We could also do 1 and 2300. All right, we did the first 3 together. That should set you up really well to do the rest of these today.